This game came out in like 2001 in America, and my mom got it for me randomly one day. I think it was like for Christmas, but like I never played the original Klonoa, didn't even know what the hell a Klonoa was. But my mom got it anyway because I think she found it really cheap at like a Best Buy or something. Which is convenient because if you want to buy this game now, it's like several $100s. Or I think it's like $150 to get a new copy of this game currently. Because it's a cult classic that didn't sell that well whenever it was like on the market. But I did own a copy of this. I say did because my copy is somewhere. I don't know where, but I have the original box, but I don't have the disc anymore. So we are going to see some hiccups during this because obviously this is being emulated for the sake of making sure that I can actually play the game. All of this music is so nostalgic for me. Go back. How do I back? There we go. Oh, is it gonna... Because I made another file. Can I... Hold on. Can I go back? Can I get out of this menu? I can't. Alright, well. I'm just gonna be, Pally then, I guess. Jumping and shooting. L2, L1 are the action. Yeah, I prefer jumping on the... Type A is fine, I prefer jumping on that. And we're gonna go with stereo sound. Alright, let's jump into Klonoa, Lunatea's Veil. With a cutscene. There's a forgotten dream. Was it a dream? I can't remember. Or a dream I won't remember. But surely, there was a dream. Hey look, it's the dots from the original PlayStation 2 opening screen. Help. I don't think there's supposed to be a box around that texture. So I will say in advance, the emulation of this game is not perfect. And there may be situations that require me to unboot the game and reboot it in order to get it to work properly. Things like water textures tend to be very tricky in this. Sound effects tend to be pretty tricky in this. And I have noticed a couple of things that require automatic game fix, but simultaneously automatic game fix breaks certain parts of this game. As far as like textures wise, but like without it on, like there are some zones that just can't be finished. So we're gonna try our best to just play this as seamlessly as possible, but some zones may require weird jank textures to get through. Creating your own fake language means you don't have to localize your game audio, which saves time. And if I remember correctly, the Klonoa team was never big enough to really, like, be able to pay for a lot of localization. Especially not at this stage in their life, considering they had made Klonoa and I think one for the Game Boy Advance by the time they came up with Klonoa 2. And yeah, we do not have a silent protagonist. Klonoa actually speaks, and his name is Klonoa. Name of the Dream Traveler. Giant shark. By the way, all of the enemies in this game are giant ball creatures. And just like that, she becomes our ring power. All you gotta do is get to that island. And here we are. Vision Start, the Sea of Tears. And we're right into it. So, you don't have a traditional attack per se in this game. My little ring beam there can't actually kill enemies, but it can capture them, and I can hold them over my head, and if two enemies touch each other, they blow up. So I'm gonna grab this guy, jump through this little thing, and I can collect all of that and get the checkpoint. And so yeah, this is a 2.5D puzzle platformer. I don't need this, a tutorial. That's all that is just a tutorial. But it's a 2.5D like 3D platformer, or a 2.5D platformer with 3D models, which take it how you will. 2.5D. Okay, yeah, that's broken. That's actually not supposed to be how that is. Yeah, so see how these things are like just right here at the beginning of the level? They're supposed to like be right here and right here. So we are going to have to change some settings really quick. Which unfortunately means closing out the emulator. Because I gotta go to the system, set automatic game fixes back on. And then anytime you boot this game up, you actually have to change the audio latency settings to async, set it down to 3 milliseconds, then reboot full, and it's gonna sound bad for like a couple of seconds because it's gonna be broken audio until we can get to the Namco screen. Once we get to the Namco screen, I can change the audio back. There's the Namco screen. And so you're gonna notice some visual changes because I had to turn game fix back on. The biggest one in the opening sequence here, there's no grass. There's supposed to be grass all around in here. And you'll also see whenever we get to the main game screen what has changed about that. Okay, so it's gonna do, yeah. Because I technically haven't finished the main zone. It's gonna make me watch the, or not make me watch, but start me at the opening cutscene before the tutorial level. But we can skip all that. And all that. And all that. So, first level, we really won't see too many graphical differences between game fix and not game fix, but the overworld and any world that has like a significant amount of just standing water texture, we will see a major difference in. I don't know why or how, but the emulation for this game just, you know, haven't quite figured it out yet. Like we've gotten it to a usable enough space. So this time you see these things are in the right place now. Those little grapple points are actually where they're supposed to be. And so this is a use of 2.5D right here. I can jump over the big guy, right? Or if I can get a high enough oh, I missed a gem. Hold on. If I can get a high enough height to get onto this, I break that path and I go down this path instead. And now I'm in the background. And you can see over there now is the original level. And we'll take this spring moo here. By the way, these like basic looking enemies are just called moos. But yeah, that's kind of like the cool part of this game is like background elements are almost always reused as like foreground elements later on in a level. So like all of that back there that just looks like they threw it into the background to add depth is actually, you know, part of the level. Rather than it just being a decent enough diorama piece for the game itself. Shark enemies. Also, we're introduced to this guy, who pops after a second of flying with him, but allows you to, like, go. I'm also collecting these stars throughout the level. The big use the stars have for us is creating, basically, they're kind of like Mario's Dragon Coins, where the entire purpose of them is to, collect, like, you collect a bunch of them, and that gets you something. Like, it creates, like, that little picture. It's part of completion. It's useful, but, like, really not, like, the most important thing in the world. Also, look at this derpy motherfucker's face. I know that it's not his, you know, actual face, because he's got a beak. But as a child, I always thought that little red bit was him just going, "Durr." Just giving off a really dumb face. And they will let you carry things through levels. This is an invincibility fairy, which allows you to, as the tin suggests, you become invincible while you're carrying that fairy. And this is where we find out why flying moves are so important, is because they can actually... Oh, wait, no, that's not. This is where we figure out the merits of our own worth by hovering across that gap. Some flying moves will fly up high enough to actually, like, let you through their zone. Okay, that's the way forward. I don't want to do that. I want to... So you can see how that water just looks like a bunch of, like, garbled up textures. That's what Game Fix does. And this is an auto-scroller section. This is, so anytime that there's like vines or something, there's a lot of auto-scrollery sections in this where you can, you can't speed up or slow down. You can kind of just go the speed. So this is it. Yep. Come on, Klonoa. The power of your ring on the bell. And early on levels in this game are pretty, especially the tutorial, are pretty basic and light on puzzles, but as time goes on, the big mechanic of this game is that you really won't be able to progress until you solve certain puzzles that involve foreground, background, and midground elements. Bagaji. The best prophet in Lunatea. Hey, Klonoa's always had an interesting style to him. Save your adventure now, yes. We'll save it in Data 1. And now we figure out why I turn... Yep. So, see how all the water's messed up? This is why we need to now go back. Turn off automatic game files. Go to audio. And I have to do this every time I want to change a setting because if I don't, we lose like half of the sound effects. I have to boot it up in a very specific way, or else Klonoa 2 just does not work. I was trying to see if I couldn't figure out how to avoid having to do any of this, but you know how it is. Emulation is not a perfect thing, but it is allowing me to play through a game that I lost in my childhood. As you can see, look, there's grass now. I should probably be making save states into zones whenever I choose to go in and out, so I can make getting us back to the game faster. Just because we're going to be, interesting looking water there. Hey, Paranoia. There's the good water. There's the good water. You'll notice chat messages are not showing up on stream right now. I have that turned off so that I can get clean, camera for the recording. This zone also looks really bad without the water turned on. His hands are like little floaty bits. It's like a Rayman. I'll probably play Rayman 2: The Great Escape on here eventually too. That was another random PS2 purchase my mom made that turned out to be a pretty good game. Four kingdoms, four bells, sounds like the beginning of a treasure hunt. The bells are responsible for maintaining peace throughout the entire world. A bell of darkness. Because of the chaos befalling the kingdoms. Oddly enough, many people don't seem to notice. Monsters run amok, and priestesses fall ill when they are tainted by the evil. Klonoa, dream traveler. Will you help Lolo? Wahoo. Gotta get those wahoos in. Well, sure, I guess. She saved me after all. Good. Then go see the High Priestess. For you are now worthy of becoming a full priestess. Aw, she's clumsy. So our next journey takes us up here. Lalakusha. And that's the shield move. You can only grab them from behind. See? They shield from the front, but you can grab them from behind. And welcome to the use of foreground and background elements, which is going to be a very, very prevalent thing throughout, how exactly am I supposed to get up there? Oh, is this another break because of the game fix? Alright, hold on. How do I make a save state? So save state is F1, load state is F3, so save state. Exit out of the game. Automatic game fix. We may just have to, like, live in a world without water. Because doing this every single time just to get the water to work and knowing that it's going to break the actual gameplay may not be worth it. I think there's a version that I can set up where there's not any of that crazy, like, digital water. It's just, like, empty space water versus that, like, really bad texture. But, let's see here. To be able to F3 now. Or I have to go through the full boot, that's right. No, that's... That's still broken. Do I have to restart the level entirely? Come on. Retry. I feel like I missed something, like, Yeah, see, look, that thing didn't load in. Which is, you know, pretty dang important if we want to actually, like, play the game. So turning automatic game fix off fixes the water problem, but it breaks the actual gameplay. Which is kind of not what we want to do. Because I need this thing to be here or else I can't get up here. Oh, this is a fun game mechanic. So, because you're using these guys to double jump, technically you're throwing them down below you as well. And yes, you are correct, the Klonoa soundtracks fucking rock. I may just deal with having jank-ass water just so that I can, like, play the game through. And I'll just make a disclaimer on the actual video itself. I think I get a life for every 100 gems that I collect. This level always looked amazing to me. Like, I love the way that this game looks. It's so unique and, I guess, like, each level has its own look and feel that to this day, whenever I think of, like, I still think of this game when I think of things aesthetically speaking. It just has such a strong presence. The actual worlds feel unique. Every single kingdom / world, whatever you want to call them, feels unique and interesting. There's always stuff going on in the foreground and the background that are worth looking at. It's just a good game. I just lost all of those gems. Look at that guy just hanging out in the background. Ah, I see. There's a helicopter on the side. And so simple puzzles like this at the beginning of the game are, I mean, just that they're simple puzzles. You use them to collect gems. Later on, progress is going to be tied to being able to do those. And while he's eating, you can get by. But I've made a critical mistake. Like, as I say, I can't know if that's a star or a heart yet, so I gotta try. They also are not shy on lives in this game, which, you know, helped me tremendously as a child. It's weird. Those things never really scared me as a child, or at least I don't remember them scaring me. Claire the Ancient and Current Claire. What? This is just such a cool looking, like, thing. The set pieces in this game are so beautiful. Going in and out of this weird mushroom world. Between going in and out of this weird mushroom world and exploring the big statues, and this whole thing on the inside here being, you know, kind of a statue in and of itself. See here. See, now we're getting into some more complicated puzzles. That's 3 of 6 down. say, do I get an enemy to grab for this? I was gonna say, like, I need an enemy if I want to double jump that. I remember as a child being annoyed that I couldn't... Oh, this puzzle. This is such a good puzzle. So you grab an enemy, right? But when we get to right here, I can't go over that because there's stuff in the way, right? Well, if you line up and hit the pendulum right... I lined up my shot right, it's just the pendulum is still moving. Wow, I'm just a really bad throw. There we go. So now that I've done that, wing. Oh, the first time we've taken damage all game. Video rendering setting do I have up right now? This is gonna pause the game for just a second while I figure this out. Right. This should look better, I think. It should at least look a little bit cleaner. Not nearly as fuzzy as it was. Look, she's got a leaf in her cap now. Yeah, the power from the bells. Like, as soon as she was like in Klonoa, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be something along the lines of, please keep her safe, because she ain't got no clue what she's doing. Alright, here's the real test. Is my water gonna look like shit, or is it just not gonna exist? I'm more okay with the water not existing. Oh shit, the water is fine! Somehow the water is fine, even though, game fix is on. I guess it was just after leaving that one zone, so the water's fine now. That's encouraging. Because now I don't have to turn off the game and turn it back on every time. It's just good now. Uh-oh. Bad guys. Oh, I forgot how badass this character design was. Leorina. A bandit. Tat. Those fools babble all they want. Tat pirates. She's Lair the Sky Pirate, and I'm Tat, her cutie sidekick. Don't you forget it. The ring? There's my ring. Dragon Boss. The armored beast. Except for his butt. Alright, that just went completely and totally under him. Boom. Back. He spins for a second. And now he'll actually attack. He's gonna laugh because he's armored. But I hit him again. I wonder if there's a fast kill strat if for a speed run of this game. And this is what boss fights look like in Klonoa. Okay, second phase for the boss fight. Second phase always has... Ouch. Okay, he's properly pissed now. It's such a cool boss design, though. And there it is. That's the first boss in Klonoa 2.
Oh, you Hanunatra? Klonoa, rinsed it out.
I always thought the idea of the Sky Pirate was such a cool idea. There it is, the Tranquility Bell. Yeah, the level structure of this game tends to be level, boss, level, boss, level, boss. But how do we get all the way up there? We don't. We just hit this little thing right here, and that rings the bell. That gives us this little, like, ball. The bell's power. Oh boy, a video game where you collect the 4 elements to save humanity.
Rafi. Clara. Clara, tío. Clara.
Save adventure, yes. So the location that you need to go will always be highlighted in red. I'm excited that my water didn't break, even though I turned the game fix back on. What the hell are you dope? It will not work. They would need to steal Lolo as well. My water didn't break. I like this man's steez. That giant hat, the floaty hands. Man, there's a lot going on in my right ear right now. The kingdom is a giant amusement park. Get ready for the carnival levels. The right ear party has moved over to my left ear. Yeah, floaty Rayman hands. Joyland Plaza. This is the part of the game that I remember the most, is the Joyland Zone. Because 9 times out of 10, when me and my brother, okay, he's broken. He's not supposed to look like that. These people are all very, very strange. Like, I understand that most of them look strange to begin with, but like, the flashy people, whoa, that was a weird mouth. Whew. Whoa. The element. They stole the element. He's also messed up. And he split into 2. So one of them has the element, and one of them is just a fake. Here's a fun fact. It's always the second guy that you come across. It's never the first. So we've got two paths that we can take from here. We can go to the actual, like, the fun park, which is like an actual level, or what I prefer to do right now, the jungle slider. And let's hope that the water is not broken in this level. Awesome, the water's not broken, so we'll get to see exactly what this game is all about. This is the first hoverboard level. Rented a board. Oh no. I can't swim. Here we go. So you can speed up and you can slow down. And you can grab moves to double jump and collect things, but the whole point of this level is to try and, like, guess what's coming in the future to the best of your abilities, because that's the only way we're going to be able to collect all of the stars in this level. Me and my brother got really good at one point in time with doing these levels. I'm pretty bad about dodging, though. So now I have free range of motion left and right. So obviously the goal is to avoid the sharks as they appear and collect the gems. This game has really big Sonic vibes to me. Like, it kind of always has. Even though it's not, like, super duper fast paced like Sonic, it's got the tude of a Sonic game. And sometimes that's all you need, is the right tude. My main goal is to collect all of those stars, though. So far, we haven't missed a single star yet. But this is the one level where I'm probably going to, because it's the first time where it's possible to miss a star. Ah, I missed those gems, but that's not the end of the world. Look at that. That is cool. Ah, whatever. So it's important that you have one of these guys because we need him to double jump. So my main goal is just to make sure that I can at least collect one of these guys in order to double jump, collect a star, grab another guy, and just have him in the wing. Ah, I missed the gem. Here we go. Ah, screwed it up. I could have gotten a lot of gems for that. Also, apparently that thing is not invincibility, it's just, that thing isn't invincibility, it's just, it increases your gem collection count. Okay, we're good. I'm missing one star, but I don't think I'm at the end of the level yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, she turned an entire shade redder. And back onto the board. There's not a whole lot I can do in this phase of the fight. 'Cause I can kind of speed up a little bit. Got it! Dun 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 bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. I don't know if you can speed this up at all. I think you're supposed to technically be trying to catch them. But now that I've done the whole loop once, I can now focus on staying fast. Got him. I got you fair and square. I didn't understand that as a child. Watch where you're grabbing, you perv. The other one's got the element. At the amusement park. But vision clear, and we got our star baby. Dun, dun, dun. We check our status, we can see all of our little friends that we've collected so far. We've gotten 3 stuffed animal friends so far. For the 3 levels that we've actually completed. And on to the 4th level, Enjoyment Fun Park. And this is the main mechanic of this zone, is activating these little dots so that the bridges will drop. I'm just glad the game's not broken anymore. I want to say one of these eggs has my first star in it. Yep, there it is. There's the other tap. I don't like this one as much. Titan. You can use him to fly in the air. And just keep jumping. You're right, and it'll be a cinch to get up here. Watch out. He'll vanish after a while. Why did I? Let's just say, maybe because I like you, just a little bit. That's a really good done face. I missed so much of this dialogue as a kid because I didn't care, but like, ooh boy. I also haven't played this game since I lost it as a child. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going. It's... I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going. Because I could go either direction. I think this way is going to lead me to secrets, though. Hey, look, it's the mascot doing his circus act. Did I? And yep, there was a star in here. That's pretty cool. I like that. I love any integration of foreground and background elements. And that's yet where the fireworks go off. And now we head into this area. I actually can't hit him. we're on fucking display. We're part of the act. I love it. Okay, can't go any further that way. It was just to grab a heart. Oh, is this? Yeah, this is the rocket enemies. Yeah, the more enemies they introduce, the crazier this game becomes as far as like learning puzzles and things. Oh, I can't turn that back off, so I have to use the moo to jump. Okay. No real secrets for me to grab in this zone. I'm missing, like, I think 2 stars or just 1? Oh! The game crashed. Well, that's, I guess... am I gonna have to play through that whole thing again? I'm gonna have to play through that last level all over again if I want to play again right now. I think you know what? I've got things that I gotta be doing today. I think that's gonna be where I stop for now. Like I said, this is not gonna be your full-length streams. These are not gonna be like, you know, amazing playthrough stream, whatever. This is me gathering footage for a project that I'm working on, so that'll be where I stop for now. Thanks for stopping by for my quick 1-hour stream. Goodbye.